All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for what is round number 3 of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Tonight we come to a track located in Wheatland, Missouri, 3/8 of a mile raceway, Lucas Oil Speedway, for the third round of the season. So far, we've had a fantastic opening 2 weeks. We've still got another 4 weeks to go. No, what are we? What are we? Week number 3. We've still got week 3, 4, 5, and 6. I believe it was 6 weeks, or was it 4 weeks? No, 2 weeks. Tonight and next week. Tonight, of course, is Fight Cancer Round. So a nice little tribute coming out here in just a few moments' time. We're going to take a quick look on the racetrack here in just a few short moments. But again, we've just seen with the Australian Dirt League that they are doing an auction. They've got a couple of things to raffle off. And we've already got, so we're going to open up so we're going to start the bidding. All right, let's start it off at, let's throw it out there, $20. It is a shirt, and of course, any money raised for tonight will go towards a donation on behalf of the Australian Dirt League. We're just waiting on this one car to come out onto the racing surface. Just a little tribute. And what was been contacted? What's been organised over the past probably couple of weeks? I'll say that a couple of weeks. It is just something special for Pete and Brent Hobbs. Again, we're just waiting on this one car to come out. So it was brought to my attention earlier on in the week. So just as soon as race control is done doing the talking. But what we're going to see, we're going to see 4 heat races on the program. You'll see qualifying, 4 laps. Heat races will be 10 laps. Top 4 will go through to the main event. Then there'll be B mains, 15 laps. And then the top 4 from each of those. If there's only one B main, it'll only be the one. Top 8 will go through if there's one B main. 40 lap main event to come. And here we go. This car is on the racing surface now. And we are going to show it, because this was a little throwback and a surprise to Pete and Brent Hobbs on behalf of the Beat the Dark boys. This was a car that the Hobbs family used to run. So a nice little surprise there. You can see the Hobbs Trenching and Boring 81 racewear car just rolling around on the raceway. So to the Hobbs family, hope you enjoy this little preview and a little throwback, we can call it. We're just making sure that the boys at the track was clear as well. So now that car is tonight being driven by Joshua Walton. So I think that the track is now pretty much somewhat opened up here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Yes, that's exactly right, Platts. It was a 500 a long time ago. And the Hobbs Trenching and Boring team have done a nice job on bringing that one back again. That car is going to be piloted tonight by Joshua Walton. So, going back to the auction. If we go to Australian Dirt League, that tonight, round number 3 is going to be the Fight Cancer round. There is going to be basically a whole stream of an auction. Alright, the winner will get a t-shirt, but the money raised is going to go and get donated. Here it is. So there is, now there's 2 auctions happening, or 2 raffles at the moment. One's going to be a J-Mac t-shirt, James McFadden t-shirt, and the other one is going to be a Jock Goodyear t-shirt. What was I say, dude? All right, so tell you what, I'm going to throw it out there. $20 is going to be opening up the bid, and that bid's going to come from me. If you want to get in on the auction, all you got to do is just throw down a number in the chat, and again, once we are finished, we will of course then, once the stream is finished, that is when the bidding is going to stop. So once we do the interviews, once the race finishes for the 40 lap A main, that's it. Bidding's it's closed. Hammer down. Speaking of hammer down, yeah, $20, $20 is $20. That's right, Platts. All right, heat race. We'll see 4 heat races on the program. We've got 4 groups, so a field of 37 drivers. 10 laps, top 4 to the main event, locking in 16, and then if there's 1B main, top 8 will go through. If there's 2B mains, it'll be the top 4 that will go through. Hope you enjoyed the little throwback, Hobbsy. So practice not too far away from wrapping up here at the Lucas Oil Speedway, Wheatland, Missouri, in what is round number 3 of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Next week, the final round at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. Of course, we've already been to Limaland Motorsports Park, which was week number 1. And then, of course, last week... Where were we last week? Lanny was week 1, sorry. Limaland was last week. So 2 out of the 4 weeks have been complete. Of course, making tonight week number 3. And if we go back and look at what is and what has been so far, 2 weeks of competition. It has seen Tim Ryan pick up the win in both rounds of the series. Can he go 3 for 3 tonight? Well, I guess we're about to find out as we are ready to go racing. We'll go qualifying here in a moment. So 3 minutes, each driver gets 4 laps on the raceway. As there is, again, 37 cars signed into the virtual pit area for tonight. Track going to get reset back to 3%. And then should carry over for the remainder of this night. All right, here we go. We're about to go qualifying, folks. Round number 3, the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series from the Lucas Oil Speedway. Let's take a look at one of the first cars that we see on the racetrack, driving the Speed Factory. Edge Esports. Number 8, Brock Lewis. Riley Bilson, first man to lay down a time with 11.948. 11.948. Brock Lewis, what's his time going to be? With a 12.367. Heath Dyke on the raceway. Justin Stoles there. There goes quick time at the moment with 11.940. A 11.940. Heath Dyke, first lap time, about to come through. We're coming to turns 3 and 4. In fact, he's already has 1 and 2. There we go, 12.391. Joshua Barry on the raceway. Evening, J-Dub. Don't forget, auction tonight for a J-Mac or a Jock Goodyear t-shirt. Money being raised for cancer. Josh Barry, 11.975. 7th quick. Braden Miller to the top of the speed charts with an 11.889. Barry, a little slower there on that lap. Taylor Wineland in car number 25. Wineland, 12.317. Josh Walton waiting to come back out onto the racetrack. Bentley Summers already taking a lap time in the Victory Fuel number 3 car. Braden Miller, Tim Ryan, Ethan Winter, 11.89 or 889 for Braden Miller, 11.895 for Tim Ryan. Ethan Winter, 11.898. Bentley Summers, 27th quick, 12.147, a 1.2147. Vander Wacker going to pull up the number 88 machine. He goes second quick with an 11.889. Daniel Boyd going to finish his time trial. Best lap. 12.061. 1.2061. Taylor Wineland, best lap time. 12.132. 12.132. Wineland going to go a little quicker there on that last lap. Jumps to position number 24. 12.087. And there we go. Just like that. Qualifying done and dusted. Which means we are ready for heat racing action here tonight from the Lucas Oil Speedway. Heat race number 1 will look like this on the pole position. It'll be Ethan Winter in car number 39. He goes quick time here this evening. He will start on pole. Justin Stolz lines up the 23 to the outside of the front row. From position number 3 will be the 14 car of Joshua Barry. Sean Stevens rolls off out of position number 4. Position number 5 inside your third row is going to be Rowan Jones to the outside. The 45 of Alex Crofts out of position number 6. Position number 7 will be the 47 car of Lachlan Barbary. Position number 8 will be Bentley Summers in car number 3. Luke Kenny rolls up the 6th machine from position number 9 and going to the outside of the 5th row in car number 69 from position number 10. And that is Tom Brown. So the first heat race, the first of 4 heat races on the program. Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series, round number 3 here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Just waiting on 2 drivers to make their way onto the racing surface. We're waiting on Rowan Jones. No, in fact, Rowan Jones is there. We're waiting on Lachlan Barbary and Tom Brown. I can tell you right now, Tom Brown had some issues. He's on his way back. So again, boys, if you want to have a bid on a shirt, bid's currently at $20. I got 20 now, 20 now, 20 now, 20 now, here, 20 now, 20 now, there, 20 now, 20 now. No, okay. No. I've been at auctions long enough. I used to work at auctions. I know how it all works. All right, Tom Brown making it back into the making it back onto the racetrack. There we go. So we're only missing Lachlan Barbary in that one. All right, heat race number 1. Getting ready to roll around the racing.com pace truck safety car. We'll go around one more time. So Ethan Winter, Justin Stolz. Front row, Josh Barry, Sean Stevens. Row 2. Row 3, Rowan Jones, Alex Crofts. Row 4, Lachlan Barbary, Bentley Summers. You know, Barbary's not here. Well, in fact, he is. He's actually missed the start. And then Luke Kenny and Tom Brown. All right, now we've got $30 here, $30 now, $30 here, $30 there, now 30 now, here, now 30 now, 30 now, 30 now, at 30 now, 30 now. Yep, okay, there we go. We'll leave it at that. $30 a bit. Thanks, Platts. Appreciate it, brother. So Winter and Stolz. Heat race number 1, round number 3. The fight cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here from Lucas Oil Speedway. 10 laps on the board. Top 4 going to transfer to the main event. We are racing as we work down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Ethan Winter who's got the lead over Justin Stolz. Stevens to the outside of Barry's. They work into 3 and 4 for the first of 10 circuits around this tight little racetrack, the 3/8 of a mile racetrack. Barry again to the inside. Keep an eye on Rowan Jones. Jones on the outside looking in at the moment. Back there into position number 5. He's got Barry and Stevens. They rub wheels down the front straightaway. 3 wide. Jones to the inside. Barry through the middle. And Rowan Jones gets 2 for the price of 1. Slides up in front of, oh boy, contact Stevens around. Jones problems. The 45 car of Alex Croft moves into the 4th and final transfer position. Luke Kenny from the back end of this one. He's found his way to position number 5. We'll go yellow. Platts, you're bidding against yourself, but I'll take your $30 at 95-cent bid. Yep. No, we're not going to go that far? Okay. All right. So it is yellow flag, heat race number 1. Of course, we've seen the little issue there with the Barry, Jones and Stevens. So unfortunately bringing on the yellow flags here at Lucas Oil. You know what? I'm just gonna throw a bid out there. $35. All right, I'm at 35. 35 is the bid. Yep. I feel like Dave Hester now. So Justin Stolz in the 23 car. He's had somewhat of a decent season so far. Yes, yeah, absolutely they've done something they shouldn't do. They shouldn't be parking there. They should not even come close to parking where they should on the racetrack. Surely they know better. It's either a James McFadden or a Jock Goodyear t-shirt, and the money is going to the Cancer Research Foundation, I believe it is. Oh, there. Hester. Here we go. Back to green we go. Heat race number 1. We'll chat to your heat race 1 winner here in this one. As we see, it's Ethan Winter, the man that went quick time here this evening. Well, he's got 4 more laps left to go to make that happen. And of course, the winner of heat race number 1 will also chat during the warm-up session, because they've got an opportunity to start on either the inside or the outside. They will have lane choice. Alex Crofts in that 4th and final transfer position. Summers trying to get by the 6C car of Luke Kenny as they work down the back straightaway with just 2 to run. Your leader, Ethan Winter. 2 circuits around the Lucas Oil Speedway. Heat race number 1, Justin Stolz. I don't think he's going to have anything here for Ethan Winter. Winter very experienced and very quick around the Lucas Oil Speedway. White flag is out, 1 lap left to run. Stolz might make a liar out of me here as they work down into 3 and 4 for the final time. It's going to be Ethan Winter getting the job done. Checkered flag is out. Ethan Winter will win heat race number 1. Take a look here in a minute at your official results. We've just got to make sure that we've got the grid set for the countdown timer. Let's take a look at heat race number 1 results, and we'll bring in your winner of heat number 1 here in a moment. We'll go through the results. Ethan Winter, Justin Stolz, Joshua Barry and Alex Crofts, your top 4. Those 4 drivers locking into the 40-lap main event. Luke Kenny, Bentley Summers, Rowan Jones, Tom Brown, Sean Stevens and Lachlan Barber. Well, off to a B main. Those drivers go. But he went quick time here this evening. He now gets the job in heat race number 1. It's Ethan Winter. Ethan, congratulations. Quickest car in qualifying. You picked up a heat race victory here. You must be happy with the car speed so far that you've already shown.
Yeah, really happy. The quality of the field, it's important to start up front here. So hopefully they can do something with the pole position. Now,
of course, we'll chat to you in the warm-up session. We're going to ask you a question which I think we might know the answer, but who knows? You might surprise us, so don't give it away just yet. But what do you do between now and that heat race, in that feature race coming up later on?
Yeah, just got to tighten up a bit. I was a bit too free there and need a bit more drive, but come feature time, I should be good.
Ethan, wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on the heat race victory.
Thank you, Brett.
Here we go. Ethan Winter, heat race number 2. Heat race number 1 winner. Heat race number 2 getting ready to take to the racetrack. We'll take a look at your starting lineup as we've got a $40 bid. Yep. Braden Miller lines up the W2 machine from the pole position to the outside of the front row. The 21 of Riley Bilson from position number 2. Your second row to the inside will be Leo Heaton in car number 26. He'll start from position number 3 to the outside. The 96 entry of Nathan Norman lines up at a position number 4. Position number 5 in car number 79. That'll be Daniel Boyd. He's outside driving car number 51. The Rapid Race Replicas entry. That is Brett Sheehan from position number 6. From position number 7 will be the 99 of Oscar Ames out on his outside in position number 8. The 3Z, that is Jarvis Petch. And then we go back to your 4th and final row all by himself at the back driving the number 9 car in position number 9. It's the JSI Racing, iRacing.Outlaws TV entry. That is Matt Bailey. So 9 cars to take to the racetrack in 37 car field, all fighting for what should be 24 positions. Here from the Lucas Oil Speedways, the cars do roll around behind the iRacing.com pace car. Again, they'll do 2 circuits, and then we will go racing off turn number 4. Start to be on the green. If we have the yellow flags like what we've seen in heat race number 1, well, restarts will be on the lead. It's pretty simple. So as the round number 3, the fight cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here at Lucas Oil Speedway. If something happens, Platts, I am flying to Victoria. You know, I'm going to walk to Victoria, and we are going to have issues. All right, we are going to have issues. Braden Miller, Riley Bilson, front row, getting ready to bring us to the green flag. Off turn number 4. Heaton and Norman. Boyd, Sheehan, Ames, Petch, and Bailey. 9 cars, 10 on the board. Early night, no cautions. Green flag is out. Run away. Heat race number 2. Miller and Bilson. Bilson's got the run off turn number 2. Bilson to the race lead. Heaton will fight it out along with Nathan Norman, but Norman around the outside. He had to check up. Miller was coming up the racetrack. Heaton dives down to the inside on Norman once again down the back straight away. It's still going to be Riley Bilson leading the way. 2 in the books, 8 to run. Miller protects the inside line down into turn number 1. Heaton, Norman nearly come together. Here comes the 99 car of Oscar Ames, now Daniel Boyd. Both Ames and Boyd on the outside looking in. Battle on between Nathan Norman and Braden Miller. And Nathan Norman has got position number 2 once again. Miller back to 3rd after starting on pole of heat race number 2. And just like that, we're 4 in the books. Miller again getting close to the left rear of the 96 car of Nathan Norman. Jay Miller's driving it in deep. Ames and Boyd battle it out for positions number 5 and 6. That's just about a starting spot in the B mains. As here comes Norman, closes in on Bilson. Oh boy, look out. Miller tagged the left rear of Norman. Big wheel stand there by Braden Miller in the 2 machine. Oscar Ames who's into position number 4 now. He's got that transfer spot for the moment. He's just going to hold on for 3 more circuits. Daniel Boyd, what can he do in that 79 car? See a lot of the drivers just working through the middle of the racetrack. And again, they'll start to move up to the top side. Probably at around heat race number 4 or even the start of the B main. Again, it's Norman. This time he's got Heaton in the 26 car. Less than a car length. Heaton goes down to the inside. Slide job. Parks it on the nose of the 96. Norman back to the inside. White flag is out. 1 lap left to go. Norman with a slider there on Heaton as they work into 3 and 4 for the final time. Heaton not going to be able to do anything here as checkered flag is out. Riley Bilson gets the win in heat race number 2. And just like that, heat 2 is done and dusted. We will take a look at your results here in a moment. We just have to make sure that the grid is going to take just a little bit, but heat number 2 results coming up. Riley Bilson, we'll chat to him in a moment. He gets the win ahead of Nathan Norman, Oscar Ames, and Leo Heaton. That will be your top 4. So Ames got Heaton now on the exit of turn number 4. Daniel Boyd to a B, Brett Sheehan, Jarvis Petch, Matt Bailey, and Braden Miller. So 5th on back again will be headed to a B main. But heat race number 2 winner is Riley Bilson. Riley, congratulations on heat race number 2 victory. Well, you've guaranteed yourself a front row starting position. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, not without the stress though. I only had 5 gals in, so that didn't help. Had to save fuel for a few laps, but yeah, coughed on the line and got there in the end.
Well, the main thing is it survived 10 laps. So now with the track still as tacky as it is here tonight, do you think by the start of the feature, where do you think that the racing line's going to be?
I mean, I hope there's a couple of racing lines, but at the moment it doesn't look too promising. I don't know. The marbles are starting to develop on the top, so it might be up there for a few laps and back to the middle. I'm not sure. We'll just have to wait and see.
All right, well, we know there's a couple of heat races to go, plus one or two B mains, and then, of course, the warm-up session, and get ready for a 40-lap main event. Riley, congratulations on the victory in heat race number 2. We look forward to seeing you on the front row of that 40-lap feature.
Thanks, mate.
There you go, Riley Wilson, winner of heat race number 2. As we get set for now, what is going to be heat race number 3? Let's take a look at your starting lineup. It will look like this. Nathan Vanderwacker in the 88 machine. He'll start on pole position. To the outside of the front row, driving the hob, stretching and boring. Number 74 entry, that is Joshua Walton. We go back to row number 2 on the inside, driving car number 14 from position number 3. Cooper Wilson to the outside of position number 4. In car number 45, that is Bradley Cox. Your 5th starter in car number 30, make that 27. It is Paul Ward from position number 5, lining up at a position number 6, driving the 28 machine, that is Thomas Mitchell. Your second last row on the inside and outside from position number 7, driving the Q78 entry, that is John Schultz. And to his outside, driving the NQ18, Cody Metcalf out of position number 8. And your final row from position number 9 in car number 26, the Moser Racing Vermilion Motorsports entry, that is Ben Faulkner. So again, 9 cars. Now, would you classify up near the concrete wall the racetrack? The racetrack? What do you classify a racetrack, Flats? Look, I mean, there's some concrete down the front straightaway near the grass. You gotta be careful of those tyres that don't move. There's, yeah, I mean, there's a lot can happen. Do you go up near the concrete wall? Could be anywhere. Heat number 3. Second last heat race of the night. Nathan Vanderwacker alongside Joshua Walton. Ten on the board once again. Heat race number 3. Penultimate heat of the evening. Vanderwacker and Walton. Front row. Green flag is out and an even launch. As they work down into turn number 1 and 2, Vanderwacker's going to slide up and he will take the line. He will take the lead from Joshua Walton. Meanwhile, Wilson on the inside of Cox, but Cox sweeps around the outside. Bradley Cox moves into position number 3. Walton tried the inside down into 1 and 2. What does the 45 do right now? He tucks in line, now goes to the inside, right through the middle goes the 45 car. Doesn't want to be stuck in the same tyre tracks as the car in front. Walton back there in position number 2. So you can see your top 4 on screen from left to right now, from top to bottom, about to be right to left. Nathan Vanderwacker, Joshua Walton, Bradley Cox and Cooper Wilson. Wilson has got the 4th and final transfer position at the moment as he works in the number 14 machine to the inside. Bradley Cox, the right rear, just got up over the edge of the racetrack in 3 and 4. He'll do the same into 1 and 2. Now Cooper Wilson moves to position number 3. Cox comes back at Wilson down into turn number 3. Slide job, crossover from Wilson. If Wilson and Cox continue to throw sliders and do battle with one another, it'll bring in the 28 car of Thomas Mitchell. Meanwhile, Nathan Vanderwacker up front with 4 laps left to run. Here comes Walton down to the inside. Slide job for the lead right on the nose of the 88 car. But Vanderwacker too good with the crisscross off for turn number 2 as they work now down the front straight away. Vanderwacker's got it. No, it's not a PWC. It's just an A-class license. He's one of them scrubs again. Vanderwacker and Walton putting on a good show up front here for 1st and 2nd position. Vanderwacker turns it back underneath Walton again. Walton at the line. There isn't much between it. 35 1,000 of a second and Walton off the racetrack. Walton off the racetrack. Vanderwacker, white flag is out. 1 lap left to go for Nathan Vanderwacker. Cox again to the inside, trying to make the move there on Cooper Wilson as they work into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Well, he said he was going to win last week from the B main. But Nathan Vanderwacker, well, at least he's going to the show. Heat 3 results coming up here. Heat 3, Nathan Vanderwacker gets the win over Cooper Wilson, Bradley Cox, and Thomas Mitchell. That'll be your top 4 that'll go into the show. John Schultz, Cody Metcalf, Paul Ward, Ben Faulkner, and Joshua Walton up to the B mains. They go. We'll see if we can actually put it into the show. Well, he's got it into the show. He said he was going to speak to us last week on a podium. Vanderwacker, how'd that go for you last week?
Oh, no, I found out that the wall doesn't move last week, so I know not to touch it tonight.
Wow, if only there's something that you could have read or somewhere where you may have heard that, yeah, the walls don't move.
Yeah, I think I remember you maybe telling me that, but sorry I didn't listen to your advice.
Wow, a spot for you in the World Championships and you still don't listen to me.
Sorry, Dale.
Wow, okay. All right, so we've got that kind of relationship. All right, hey, I tell you what, heat race number 3, you put on a hell of a show there with Walton. It must have been fun to throw some sliders with him.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely good. Probably missed the gearing setup a little bit. It was either going to work or not work, and it probably didn't work as well as I wanted it to be. So, yeah, it was a shame there. Walton will have a good battle. He probably had the quicker car, and then, yeah, just tipped it over the cushion by himself. But that was a good race with him. So, happy to get the heat race win. We'll move on to the feature.
Now, I'm going to get you for 2 things here. It either was going to work or it wasn't going to work. I'm glad it was one of them, because if it wasn't one of the 2, I don't know what creek you'd be up without a paddle. But the next thing is, you should have gone first gear.
Oh yeah, some gear like that, but yeah,
okay.
Sometimes you need a few more teeth or a few less teeth. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. What if you got no teeth?
Oh, then you're stuffed, aren't you? You're slipping
yeah.
and sliding.
Ooh.
You're getting a new engine.
Yeah, that's no good. So if you didn't have first gear in, hopefully you don't have R in for that feature, right?
Oh, hopefully the guys back at the trailer put the gear ratio in the in the correct way, I should say. Don't put it in the opposite way.
It's good. It's good talking to you like this. I miss you, Wacker.
Yeah, I miss you. I miss you too. I'll speak to you later.
Yeah,
we'll try this again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you said that last week, and here we are a week later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, hey, yeah, I did end up speaking to you, so it was kind of right.
Yeah, not where you wanted though. Not where you predicted though. All right, buddy.
Well.
I gotta keep going. We're gonna show to run. Well done on 3rd place.
You do. Cheers, mate. See you later.
Yeah, he said that last week. Can't trust him. All right, heat race number 3 is done. Heat number 4 is ready to roll onto the racetrack here as we get set for the 4th and final heat race of the night. Tim Ryan lines up the 98 machine from position number 1. Cody Bally lines up the 88 from position number 2. From position number 3, we Heath Dyke in car number 36 to the outside from position number 4, piloting car number 26 of Kobe Noonan. We go back to the 3rd row inside from position number 5 in car number 17. That'll be Zach White to the outside in car 25 from position number 6. It's Taylor Wineland. And we go to row number 4. Bailey Leeson in the 52 will start position number 7. The 8 of Brock Lewis lines up at a position number 8. And your 9th starter, it's going to be the 16 car of Jeffrey James. Evening, Mitch. What are we at, Platts? We at $40. All right, $40 for the either Jock Goodyear or James McFadden t-shirt. If you want to get this money being raised this evening to go towards cancer. $40 hair. $40 hair. You know what? Let's throw it to 45. I've got 45. Just because I want to make it official, I'm going to make it like that. And we are going to go heat race number 3. I mean, heat race number 4, actually, I should say. 4th and final heat race of the night. Evening, Mitch. Yes, I am going to Dubbo. I'll be going to Cullumbullen next Saturday night. Then I will be headed to Dubbo the week after. Now, I've already... No, Platts. I've already got 45. 45's from me. Alright, you go a pineapple. You fitty. Alright, fitty. Tim Ryan, Cody Malley, a couple of drivers that featured very well last week at the Limelay Motorsports Park. Tim Ryan again so far 2 starts for 2 feature wins. Can he go 3 from 3? It's a slow and steady pace as they work in the middle of 3 and 4. Final heat race of the evening at who's it going to be? Will it be the inside or outside row? And it'll be Tim Ryan to get the jump there on Cody Malley. Now drives away from the 88 machine, but reeling him back in. Malley right up in the tyre tracks of that 98 machine. Tim Ryan will lead lap number 1. He's very experienced, the inaugural winner of the iRacing World of Outlaws World Championship Pro Series. Heath Dyke in position number 4. He's got the bubble position at the moment. Kobe Noonan just in front of him in that 26 machine. Battle on between Zach White and Taylor Wineland. White in the 17. Winelands, in that 25 car on screen. Leeson now fights through the middle of the speedway. Battle is on. Here comes Kobe Noonan battling it with Cody Malley. Malley and Noonan. Malley slides up in front of Noonan. Noonan goes back down to the inside. Your race for second is on into turn number 3. Getting tight there was Noonan. Does he have some concrete? No, he doesn't. He stays away from it. Not quite hungry just yet as we're 4. We're going to be 5 down and 5 to run as Cody Malley's found his way to position number 5. We are yellow. There is Zach White in the 17 car. Oh, Brock Lewis. Brock Lewis in the 8 car. Let's take a look on board with Zach White and just misjudging that one. So you can see the 8 car of Lewis was actually trying to slide. I believe that might have been Bailey Leeson there. So watch on the left of your screen. Yes, was trying to slide Leeson, but unfortunately just tagged Zach White. And both cars just coming together there. So White going to join what should be Brock Lewis at the back. In fact, Brock Lewis is in the pit area. So the restarts again. We off the leader. No, you definitely can't park there. Can confirm Brock Lewis was charged with the EOL. However, we can already see that he is back in the virtual pit area. Heat number 4, 4th and final heat race of the evening. Again, we'll chat to Ethan Winter during the warm-up session while the drivers are on the racetrack, as he's got a choice to make as the pole sitter gets to choose whether they want the inside or outside line. I agree, Dylan, and that was the 17 car, Zach White, who was caught up in that one. Here we go. We're back to green with Tim Ryan leading us with 5 to run. Malley with a big move there on Noonan. There's now Wineland coming after Heath Dyke down into 3 and 4. Dyke was in the bubble position and, well, he was almost on the outside looking in. Dyke and Wineland going it side by side at the line. It wasn't all that much in it, probably about 57 1,000ths of a second. Wineland again working to the inside into turn number 3 and 4, but Heath Dyke has got the run on the outside. Noonan going from the bottom to the top off turn number 2. Still in position number 3 as he tries to rally up some speed and get around the 88 car of Kobe Noonan. 2 to run for Tim Ryan. Heath Dyke on the inside looking to get position number 3. Slides up. Noonan turns it back underneath him. White flag is out. 1 to go. Dyke and Noonan. That was 17 1,000. No, in fact, it was 3 1,000ths of a second. 3 and 4 for the final time. Tim Ryan victorious in heat race number 4. Second will go to Kobe Noonan. Heath Dyke in third. Cody Malley in position number 4. So we'll take a look at your results here. Just make sure that we've got it. Now there's 2 B mains and the top 3 are going to go through. So heat number 4 results coming up on screen. Tim Ryan gets the win over Kobe Noonan in second. Heath Dyke third. Cody Malley in fourth. Taylor Wineland gets up 5. He'll be off to a B main. Bailey Leeson, Jeffrey James, Zach White and Brock Lewis will all be headed to the B main as well. As we get set, we wait for heat race number 4 winner to make his way into where he should be and getting the win. And starting on the outside, looking to go 3 for 3 tonight. It's the 98 car, of Tim Ryan. Tim, another heat race victory, another front two starting rows. You've done it from worse before. No doubt you're feeling confident going into this main event.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. It's a little bit difficult at the moment. I'm having load cell issues, as I mentioned last week, so I'm waiting for a load cell to come. So I'm pretty much, if I can hold it flat out through the lap, I'm using a button so it doesn't flicker off 100%. And then obviously if I need to pedal it off the bottom, then I just go back onto the pedal.
With those issues, I mean, how do you fix that for that main event? Because no doubt the track is going to be, it's going to be slick to whereas you're not going to be able to hold it flat out.
Yeah, it's probably easier, to be honest, when it's like in the middle of the throttle percentage, because it just flickers like 15%, like upwards. Like if you're holding a constant pressure, it just like flickers like 15%. So I'd probably rather it go really slick, to be honest, and I'm just holding somewhere in the middle of the throttle percentage, because that's probably easier than what I'm doing right now.
Well, Tim, we've had 2 weeks of the season. Lanier and Limerland, you picked up both victories in those main events. Well, we're here at Lucas Oil tonight. We wish you the best of luck. Good luck in that 40-lap feature event.
Cheers, mate. Should be a pretty good race, actually. I think the track's going to wear in quite nicely, and hopefully a few grooves.
All right, we look forward to seeing you later on tonight. Well done.
Cheers, mate. Bye.
Tim Ryan, winner of heat race number 4. As we get set for what is now going to be your B main. Let's make sure that the grid, there we go. We're done and dusted. All right, first B main of the evening coming up. Let's take a look at your starting lineup. Luke Kenny makes up the 6C on the pole position. The 78 of John Schultz will start from position number 2. Dylan, I'll get to your question in a second, but it pretty much been answered. Bentley Summers goes out of position number 3. Cody Metcalf lines up out of position number 4. Position number 5, it's Rowan Jones. From 6, it's the 27 of Paul Ward. From position number 7, it's the 69 of Tom Brown. From 8, the 26 of Ben Faulkner. From position number 9, the 26 of Sean Stevens. And from position number 10, making the 10-car field in B main number 1, it's the 74 entry of Joshua Walton. All right, let's go back up here. Thank you for the comments about the commentary. It's a very good season. We've had 2 weeks so far. We've got tonight and next week. Next week will be the final week. How do the points stack up? So it's not point related. It all works off finishing positions. So the top 4 from the 4 heats. So the winners will start 1, 2, 3, 4. The second place from the heats will start 5, 6, 7, and 8. Third place finishes in the 4 heats will start 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the fourth place finishers will start 13, 14, 15, 16. Now, you're going to see 2 B mains coming up, and we're going to take the top 3. So we're going to have 22 cars in the main event, which will consist of 40 laps later on. All right, so now that that's done, now that we're caught up, we are ready for a start in B main number 1. Again, 15 laps is the distance. Top 3 going to make it into your A main. So 17, 19 and 21 are the starting positions on offer for these drivers. We'll chat to your B main winner. I believe after B main number 1, we'll do the same with B main number 2. After B main number 2 is done, we'll chat to Ethan Winter, your pole sitter, who will ask him the big question: will he start inside or outside in tonight's A main event? He's the only one that can do that one. Here we go. Green flag is out. You're welcome, Dylan. Hope you're enjoying the show. Green flag. B main is underway. Bentley Summers are right there on the bubble position in that number 3 machine. Now, oh boy, look out. John Schultz got into the back of Luke Kenny. And now Summers and Kenny come together. Jones comes together on the inside. Wrecked down into turn number 1. Poor old Walton in the 74 car. Man, turn 1 and 2 has not been his night. Let's take a look at how all that unfolded. So Kenny in the 6C. Oh, there was contact with Bentley Summers here on the front straightaway. A tough one for race control to figure out that one. So poor Walton. Boy, he's been in the thick of it in that Hobbs Stretch and Gaboring number 74 car. He was just minding his own business, minding the P's and Q's on the inside. Thankfully, these drivers do have a faster pant that they are able to go and use in the B mains. Although your leader, Bentley Summers, has opted not to go for one. Sean Stevens out of the event. Luke Kenny back to the pits. Bentley Summers, your race leader. Rowan Jones in second spot as the field doubles up. Probably a small track like this, doing won't hurt it all that much. You race on Xbox? Yeah, I'll race on Xbox and Switch. It's a good time. The World of Outlaws game. All right, Bentley Summers, well, he tries to take off early to get away from the rest of the field because there's still 13 laps left to run. And immediately, just like that, the DTN number 1 car of Rowan Jones goes through to the race lead. John Schultz to the outside of Summers as he works into 3 and 4. Cody Metcalf, well, cops the slider there from the 3 of Summers. But there goes Ben Faulkner in the 26 car. Faulkner's made it through. Metcalf around the outside up to position number 4 as Ward goes by Summers. Walton will now go by Summers and Ward. So Walton in the 74 car up to position number 5. Meanwhile, slider on and change for the race lead. John Schultz put the slider there on Rowan Jones as Jones is going to come back at Schultz down in 3 and 4. Schultz back with the race lead. Schultz has got it by a little over 1/10 of a second. 10th and a half it was, 0.148 of a second between John Schultz and Rowan Jones. Ben Faulkner in that number 26 machine. He has got the transfer position now coming after Rowan Jones. Just like that, 6 in the books. Jones off the edge of the racetrack. He's going to lose position number 3, but comes back at Cody Metcalf down the back straightaway. Metcalf getting aggressive. Jones has got some, well, he's got some damage from that incident on the second lap into turn number 1. Meanwhile, Jones back to the outside on Metcalf, but Jones making it work. Metcalf slider on Jones if they're not careful. That's 74 car of Joshua Walton. We know he's quick. Paul Ward in the 27. Meanwhile, speaking of the 74, Walton goes around the outside of Metcalf through 1 and 2, now 3 and 4. They're just below the slick line, right through the middle of the speedway, and Jones has got that third and final transfer position locked down at the moment. Oh boy, Metcalf and Ward, bit of contact, right rear to left front. Jones in the 1 car, still holding on to position number 3. Meanwhile, Ben Faulkner coming after your race leader, John Schultz in the 78. Faulkner started position number 8, and he's found his way to position number 2. Walton started 10th, and he's up to 4th. Will Rowan Jones hold on to a transfer position? Lap car of Bentley Summers in the 3 machine, just rolling the bottom side of the racetrack through 1 and 2. Both Schultz and Faulkner get around him. Rowan Jones is up next to get by the 3 car. Should have no troubles as Paul Ward and Cody Metcalf both gotten by Joshua Walton. Ward and Metcalf, they were banging wheels down into turn number 1. White flag coming out for your race leader, John Schultz, off for turn number 4. 3/8 of a mile, 4 turns for John Schultz in the 78 machine. Back straight away for the final time down into turn number 3. Off for turn number 4. It's going to be John Schultz getting the checkered flag in B main number 1. Hello, Johnson. Mr. Heat Race winner, we bow down to you and we salute. Can win a heat race outside of Simpson. We love to see it. All right, B main number 1 is done. Let's take a look at your finishing results here coming up on screen before we chat to John Schultz in the 78 machine. He gets the win over Ben Faulkner in second. Rowan Jones holds on to position number 3, and those 3 drivers are going to transfer into the main event later on tonight. Unlucky for the 4th place finishers, and 4th on back will be Cody Metcalf, Paul Ward. Unfortunately, their nights are done. Joshua Walton, Bentley Summers, Tom Brown, Luke Kenny, and Sean Stevens. Their nights are also done. B-main number 1 winner of John Schultz gets the win, and well, John, congratulations of a B-main victory, but hey, the big picture is you put the Q78 machine into the main event, you must be happy.
Yeah, mate, I'm pretty stoked with that.
What have you learnt so far from the Heat and the B mains that you can get yourself prepared for this main event?
It was good to get a bit of track time because I missed out in practice, so I was a bit wild going in there. But thankfully I picked the track up in the first couple of laps and started getting a good line.
Well, what do you do? What do you do to the race car? You happy with the car setup at the moment, or are you going to tighten it up, loosen up? What's the plan for this 40-lap feature event coming up shortly?
Yeah, I'll probably tighten it up a bit. She was a bit loose. Pull the wing back a bit there. A couple of laps in, she was a bit too loose.
John, congratulations on the B main victory. Good luck in that 40-lap main event coming up shortly.
Cheers, thanks, Brett.
There we go, John Schultz in the Q78, getting the win in B main number 1. As B main number 2, your lineup will look like this on the pole position. In car number 79, that'll be Daniel Boyd. To the outside of the front row, the 25 of Taylor Wineland lines up at a position number 2. Position number 3 will be the 51 car of Brett Sheehan out of position number 4. Piloting car number 52, that is Bailey Leeson. We go to Jarvis Petch. We'll start the 3Z machine from position number 5 to the outside from position number 6. In car number 16, that is Jeffrey James. Row 4 on the inside at a position number 7 in car number 9. That is Matt Bailey to the outside. And the 17, Zach White, lines up at a position number 8. And your second last row for position number 9, it's the 2 machine of Braden Miller from 10 in car number 8. That is Brock Lewis. And going back to row number 6, out of position number 11 in car number 47, that is Lachlan Barbary. So 11 cars are going to do battle in B main number 2. So again, we wait for the cars to roll away on the front straightaway. The final 3 positions up for grabs here in tonight's 22, what will be a 22 car field. We've already locked in 16 from the main event. We've already taken B main 3 from B main number 1, and now B main number 2 is on the raceway. Who will it be? Only time will tell. Thank you, Dylan. Don't forget, the bid is at $50 for either Jock Goodyear or James McFadden t-shirt if you want to get involved in the bidding. Money going to get donated to cancer, as again tonight is round number 3, the Fight Cancer round, the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here from the Lucas Oil Speedway. So Daniel Boyd, Taylor Wineland, front row. Brett Sheehan and Bailey Leeson in row 2. Jarvis Petch, Jeffrey James in row 3. Matt Bailey, Zach White, row 4. Braden Miller, Brock Lewis in row 5. Lachlan Barbary in row 6 by himself. And Jarvis Petch was picking up the front wheels. They were dancing down the front straightaway, and they weren't dancing in a good way. They were going up and down like a pogo stick. As we're about to complete lap number 1, it's going to be Daniel Boyd leading the way. Problems for Matt Bailey, Lachlan Barbary. We stay green for the moment as we work. Daniel Boyd, Taylor Wineland, Brett Sheehan. That'll be your top 3. Leeson now comes to the inside of Sheehan down into 3 and 4. But Brett Sheehan in the Rapid Race Replicas number 51 machine. Well, he doesn't have third because Braden Miller had third at the start-finish line by 16 one-thousandth of a second. And in the space of 2 laps, Miller's gone from 9th to 3rd. And the W2 machine is on a tear right now. Sheehan going to lose a couple of spots, both to Leeson, and White in the 17. Meanwhile, Miller comes after Wineland down into 3 and 4. Miller on the low side, Brett Sheehan in the 51 car round. We should be going yellow. There it is. Yellow is out. Brett Sheehan in the 51 car. Just got a little tight, come up into the left rear of Bailey Leeson. In the Rapid Race Replicas. Number 51 car just gets a little crossed up in front of the 8 to Brock Lewis. A tough break for Brett Sheehan, who now unfortunately will find himself at the back end of this field in B main number 2. Brett Sheehan is given the end of line penalty. I can already tell you that has already been happened. The penalty has been given out. But how about Braden Miller in the opening 2 laps? Going from 9th to 3rd. Now he sits in 2nd position. Don't forget, bidding is at $50. You're supporting a great cause. So still 2 to green at the moment. Again, we'll chat to your second B main winner after this one. Then, of course, we'll chat to your pole sitter tonight, Ethan Winter. We'll ask him the question whether he's going to start on pole or whether he wants to start on the outside of the front row. I get the feeling I know what he's going to choose, but I could be wrong. And he's probably had a good 20, 25 minutes to have a think about this one. He's been able to see the racetrack progress further and further. Daniel Boyd, Braden Miller. Daniel Boyd will lead us back to the green flag. We're back racing here in B main number 2 as Braden Miller gets tagged by Taylor Wineland. He keeps it going. Wineland now unfortunately at the back of the field. Miller finds himself back in position number 6, and poor old Braden Miller goes from a transfer spot now on the outside looking in as Leeson along with Petch make contact. Barbary coming to the outside of Leeson as they work down into turn number 3. Lachlan Barbry's up to position number 3. Miller now up to position number 4. Make it 3 as Braden Miller. Boy, that W2 machine is rolling now there. Miller, can he hold off Lachlan Barbary in the 47 machine? Meanwhile, Zach White in the 17. He's had to do it the hard way as well. His game's come from position number 8. Miller's come from position number 9. And now there's a challenge for the race lead. Daniel Boyd, who has led since the drop of the green flag. But it's both White and Miller who have been making headway on the low side. Zach White is going to lead that lap. In fact, it was 3/1,000 of a second back to Daniel Boyd. It's not going to matter right now unless we get a yellow, because Zach White will lead this lap and will do it comfortably. Braden Miller, boy, these two guys coming from the 8th and 9th starting positions. Miller to the inside of White. White just gives it up and says, you know what, you're a lot faster than I am. You can take it for the moment. 4 to run. Miller leads from position number 9 to the race lead and even getting tagged there with 3 or 4 laps to go on the restart. Boyd trying to go to the outside of Zach White off turn number 4. Slow car, Matt Bailey will find himself going back to the pits. We're going to stay green for the moment, that we do, with just 2 laps left to run for Braden Miller in the W2 machine. Watching Zach White, Daniel Boyd, White in the 17, Boyd in the 79. Lap and a half to go for your race leader of Braden Miller. Coming off turn number 4, White figures out. 1 lap left to go here in B main number 2 competition. For the final time in preliminary action in the final race, other than your A main event to come, Braden Miller gets the win over Zach White in second. Daniel Boyd will grab third. 4th will go to Barbary. 5th will be Petch. Brock Lewis, 6th, Matt Bailey, 7th, Bailey Leeson, Taylor Wineland, Brett Sheehan, and Jeffrey James. B main results coming up on screen. There they are. Braden Miller, Zach White, and Daniel Boyd will be confirmed. Your top 3. That will transfer to the main event. Everybody else, unfortunately, 4th on back. Well, their night is done and dusted. Let's chat to your B main winner first. B main number 2, winner of Braden Miller. Braden, well, you start position number 9 in that B main. You get to a podium position. We get a restart. You get tagged and you fall back to position number 6, and then all of a sudden you get back to the race lead, all in the space of about probably 5 or 6 laps. How'd you do it? That car was a rocket ship.
I don't know, got lucky. The lines just opened up a little bit. No one else was going there, so that's all bad all it was.
Now that track was just starting to take shape. There was some drivers sort of moving around. You were able to make the bottom side work. Now that the track has just been reset, does that change on what you're going to do for this 40-lap feature event, or is it still going to be the same plan?
I don't really go into races with a plan at all, to be honest. I pretty much just go where anyone else isn't, and just whatever works for me works for me. That's about it, really. It's been a while since I've done a bit of racing, so that heat I had was pretty average. We knocked it back.
Braden, wish you the best of luck in the 40-lap main event to come. We know you got some testing and tuning to do, and you got a warm-up session to go and get that car sorted out. Wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, mate.
Braden Miller, your winner of B main number 2, is now we're going to bring in the man that starts on pole of tonight's A main event. It's going to be the Ethan Winter, and well, Ethan, We spoke to you in heat race after heat race number 1. Now you've got an opportunity. You've got a decision to make. Seeing as you're the pole car, you get to choose whether you want to start inside or outside. What's the decision going to be?
Yeah, obviously I made the wrong call last time out at City Lakes, so actually without the track rework I was going to choose the inside, but now a bit indecisive, so I'll probably choose the outside. Hopefully there's still something up there come feature time, and hopefully I'm talking to you in 40 lap time.
Ethan, wish you the best of luck. Go get him in that 40-lap main event, mate. Well done.
Thank you.
Ethan Winter going to start outside of the front row. So he's going to choose the outside line. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Hello, Piper. Race cars and racetrack, yes. All right, so like I said, we're going to take a quick commercial break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're going to come back, we'll pay a couple of bills, and we'll come back with your main event on the other side of this. So far, just to recap what we've seen so far, of course, qualifying, Ethan Winter took out qualifying with an 11.881 over Braden Miller, Nathan Vanderwacker, Tim Ryan, and Justin Stolz. That was your top 5 heat race winners. Ethan Winter got the win from the pole position, heat race number 1. Heat number 2, Riley Bilson got the win on the outside of the front row. Heat race number 3 sees Nathan Vanderwacker win from the pole position. And then the 4th and final heat race seen Tim Ryan get the win from that pole position as well. And then of course we got ready for the 2 B main. So B main number 1, John Schultz got the win from the outside of the front row, and probably the driver of the night so far. From position number 9 in B main number 2, Braden Miller got the win. Of course, that sets us for a 22 car field, 40 laps here at the Lucas Oil Speedway in the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Don't forget, there is an auction going on at the moment. The bidding is currently at $50 money going towards the cancer research, and the bidding is at $50. So a bidding at $50 or $51 or more would have to come in. Again, you can just type that in chat if you want to bid on it. It's either a James McFadden t-shirt or a Jock Goodyear t-shirt. But now, for the 4th time I'll try to tap this one. We're going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt. We'll come back a main time here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. All right, we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV coverage of the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Round number 3 here tonight from the Lucas Oil Speedway. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for your 40-lap A main event. And well, tell you right now, the drivers, well, they've had a few moments. They've had about 6.5 minutes to run this track in after a track reset. has just come in, so a fresh racetrack has been laid out for these drivers. But I can tell you right now that, well, it's looking pretty slick. I got to say, it's not looking slick at all, actually. It's looking to get slicker. There's still a fair bit of juice left on this racetrack, but no doubt with 22 cars going to burn it in for what is going to be just 3 minutes left of this practice session. I don't think that they're going to get too many more laps in. In fact, I can already see and already being told that the drivers are going to bring it infield. So that is done and dusted. So we are ready. The hot laps is done, which means we have now got the 40-lap feature event to go through. Of course, once the checkered flag comes out on the practice session, they go to advance, I've just been told, in 40 seconds time, which is fine by us because we can always talk about something. There's always something to talk about. Again, like I said earlier on, there is currently an auction going on. The bidding is at $50 for a Jock Goodyer or James McFadden t-shirt. Now again, this money has been raised for cancer. So the cancer research will get the money of this one. Again, the bidding is at $50. So checkered flag has now been thrown on this warm-up session, I will say, because it's not a practice session. We had the practice session at the very start of the night. But now it's time to go racing. Tim Ryan has been the man to beat so far in the first 2 weeks of competition. Let's take a look right now at your 22-car field for tonight's A main event. Ethan Winter will start on pole position on what will now be the inside of the 21 car of Riley Bilson. So we'll switch those two guys around. Nonetheless, that is going to be your front row. Row number 2 is going to be Nathan Vanderwacker and Tim Ryan. Row number 3 on the inside will be Justin Stoles to the outside from 4. The 96 entry of Nathan Norman. Whoop. Press the wrong button. I'll come back to that second. Come back to that in a moment, Dylan. There we go. How about we go row number 4? Now we'll get it right. Cooper Wilson lines up the 14 from position number 7. From 8, it's the 26 of Kobe Noonan. Joshua Barry lines up at a position number 9. The 99 of Oscar Ames at a position number 10. Position number 11 to the 45 of Bradley Cox. From 12, the 36 of Heath Dyke. From position number 13, the 45 of Alex Crofts. At a position number 14, the 26 of Leo Heaton. From position number 15, it's Thomas Mitchell. From 16, Cody Malley. Next row is going to be your B-Main winners. John Schultz out of 17, Braden Miller out of 18. Out of 19, Ben Faulkner. Out of 20, it's Zach White. Out of 21, it's Rowan Jones. Out of 22, it's Daniel Boyd. And that is going to be your 22-car field in tonight's main event. Round number 3 of the Fight Cancer out of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Yes, I do, Dylan. At the start of the year, I travelled down to Borderline and Simpson. I'd done work for the Victorian Wingless Sprints. But I'm not at just one track. I'm actually headed to Cullenbullen this week to do some infield stuff for the team there. Here we go, round number 3 is underway. And it's going to be Bilson to slide up in front of Winter, and Winter, there's contact. Here comes Justin Stoles, 3 wide, Vanderwacker through the middle, and Riley Bilson just like that. There were 3 wide as everybody. Oh boy, problems there for Ben Faulkner in car number 26. And again, they're 2 wide right now. A lot of racing room being given here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Watching Vanderwacker to the outside. In fact, gets by Justin Stoles, as does Nathan Norman. Your leader is Ethan Winter. Tim Ryan back there on the bottom side, just on the inside of Oscar Ames. Ryan again has been the man to beat in the first 2 weeks of the season. Can he hold on, or can he find a way to get to the front? The 14 of Barry tried to split the middle of Ames and Ryan. Back up watching Nathan Vanderwacker now coming after Riley Bilson as they work down into 1 and 2. 3 wide off the edge of the racetrack goes Nathan Norman. He loses 2 spots to Kobe Noonan and Justin Stoles. Stoles moved up. Norman tagged the back, and Josh Barry into the concrete wall. Front end going to be very hurt on that number 14 car. Ames going to slide it up in front of Leo Heaton. Now Heaton turns it back underneath, but here comes Tim Ryan in the 98 machine coming after Justin Stoles. Ryan just runs the low side of the racetrack. It's a country track in New South Wales. Bilson now has got company with Kobe Noonan as Noonan has found his way to position number 3. Ethan Winter has just checked out. He's got a 2-second lead over Nathan Vanderwacker. Tim Ryan on the inside trying to make it work past Justin Stolz and Nathan Norman, and Ryan trying to move inside the top 5. Just behind them, Oscar Ames, Leo Heaton. They come together down there on the front straightaway. And they somehow keep it going. Oh boy. Short Track Super Series. The gloves are off and the elbows are up. Here in round number 3 of the Fight Cancer round. Braden Miller up inside the top 10. Now going to move to position number 8 as he gets by Cooper Wilson, as Wilson made the mistake on him in the middle of 1 and 2. Winter getting dragged back into the clutches of that 88 machine of Nathan Vanderwacker. Gee, Vanderwacker's closed in. 3-4, make that 5 laps to go. Winter had a 2-second lead. Now it's down to 7/10 of a second. Boy, Vanderwacker's good here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Ethan Winter, your race leader. And just like that, we're 12 in the books. Still 28 to run. This is what could play a big part in tonight's feature event. How far do they get into lap cars? We'll find out here in probably about 6 or 7 laps time, because it's going to be Thomas Mitchell, the first car. Let's go back, look through this film. Meanwhile, while we keep an eye on that bat and the gap and the battle for the race lead, Tim Ryan, Justin Stolz. Stolz slides it up to the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Tim Ryan just works the low side. And just like that, we're already 15 in, 25 to run. And so far, clean and green for the first 25. Braden Miller, boy, he has been phenomenal since basically from that B main, where he's been able to work from 9th to get the win in the B main. Now Justin Stolz is going to come down. Winter again. He's opened up that gap to Nathan Vanderwacker by roughly about 1 second. Just a couple of laps away from half race distance is Ethan Winter. And in fact, he's already down the front straight away. He's already put Thomas Mitchell between himself and the 88 of Nathan Vanderwacker. Faulkner gets into the back of Ames right in front of your race leader. Vanderwacker goes on by Thomas Mitchell. Winter has to check up. Ames goes down to the inside. And just like that, we are 1 lap away from half race distance. Faulkner will get passed by the 39 car of Ethan Winter. So now that's one. It's back to 1 lap car between your race leader, but the cross flag sticks around. 20 down and 20 to go. Vanderwacker's going to have to hope for something miraculous. As Winter, 1.1 seconds over Nathan Vanderwacker. Kobe Noonan going to put Thomas Mitchell behind him in the 28 car. So Mitchell's been passed by your top 3. Riley Bilson in 4th. Tim Ryan back to position number 5. And boy, he's trying something that was working. Probably when Lucas Oil got released, you run right up against the concrete wall in 3 and 4. It's tough to do, but it's very, very fun. Braden Miller coming after Tim Ryan. Braden Miller looking to pass about 600 cars here this evening. And Miller has gone from 18th to 6th in the space of what is 23 and a half laps. And wanting to go more, he wants to get by Tim Ryan. Your top 4, they've checked out. Thomas Mitchell again to the top of the racetrack. And again, just staying out of harm's way. Justin Stolz gets into the side of Miller. Bilson was around in the 21 car. We'll go yellow. Oh, Bilson caught the tyre by himself. But at the same time, watch what happened behind him. So the 2 car of Miller, Justin Stolz, just come up into the left rear. Norman got a piece of that one as well. But simultaneously, 2 incidents. So right there. And Justin Stolz will now have to go to the back of the field, and of course that will take out. That will take out now the lap traffic scenario. There's nothing really to do on board with Nathan van der Wacker. We can watch him here, we can watch him there. Or we can watch him from here. I mean, do you want to watch him from... You can't watch him from there. You can watch him from there. I can confirm that Riley Bilson in the 90 or the 21 car, I should say, has just been given the EOL. So just rolling around on board with your race leader at the moment. Just because we're a man of the people. There's Nathan van der Wacker now, just pulling up to the right of the 39 car. I don't have a favourite, Dylan. Just purely simply the fact that if I do commentate, I mean even if it's not sprint cars, I just don't find it good to have a favourite driver. Doesn't mean I don't like people. We go back to green with 14 to run. 3 wide, Tim Ryan, Kobe Noonan, Nathan van der Wacker. Tim Ryan going from the outside of a top 3 to a podium position, but it's all going to be for nothing because the yellow is out. And Tim Ryan has to give those spots back. Oh boy. It's Crofts in the 45 car. Jones, Faulkner involved, Mitchell involved. So on board with Alex Crofts in the 45, just comes into the left rear of Daniel Boyd. Unfortunately, just all coming unstuck for Alex Crofts in the 45. Geez, if that isn't an eye opener right there for Nathan van der Wacker and Kobe Noonan to get Tim Ryan past both of those guys in 1 and 2 there on that restart. No doubt that they're going to be up on their haunches after this one. So Alex Croft has been given the EOL. So we're going to say just 2 cautions so far. Not a bad way to finish off round number 3 of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. Round 3 is Fight Cancer round here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Absolutely, Alan. I agree. He's got to have some sort of issues. It only makes sense, Alan. So now 13 to run. So that's 1/3 of your race leader's number on the side of that race car, the 39. And again, they go 3 wide this time. Tim Ryan chooses somewhat through the middle as he moves to position number 3. Now comes after Nathan van der Wacker. Wacker holding down position number 2. Tim Ryan goes to the inside. Tim Ryan has got position number 2. Well, he's done it again. You'd think, oh, McCain, you've done it again. Oh, no, Tim Ryan just doing what Tim Ryan does. Van der Wacker through the middle. Ryan running the low side, just sliding up just a little bit. Ethan Winter and Ryan. Well, he's probably been just playing tricks just a little bit on the field. Just doing what he can just to survive the first half of the race. And of course, those cautions coming at the right time for Tim Ryan as Van der Wacker and Ryan bang wheels at the midway point of the front straightaway. Ryan back to the outside on Wacker as they work down into turn number 3. We're now to single-digit laps remaining off for turn number 4. Van der Wacker to position number 2. Ryan into the back of him. Oh, Wacker goes around, goes through the grass. Ryan to the infield. Wacker to the infield. Kobe Noonan into position number 2. Here comes Zach White from the outside looking in. We'll go yellow. Oh, we are yellow. So Van der Wacker comes back up to what is position number 2. And with 7 to run. So Van der Wacker just seeing how much damage is on that 88 machine. So Pace car coming back out onto the raceway. Calum, it is good to see that iRacing are progressing more and more. I couldn't agree more. It's nice to see the addition coming in a couple of weeks' time with the micro sprints, which are essentially known to us as Formula 500s. They'll be winged and non-winged. And I can tell you right now, Monday night and Wednesday nights. So Monday night from 7:30 Eastern, live on Ultimate Dirt TV, Australian Fixed Setup Racing will have both a combination of winged and wingless racetracks. And then, of course, Wednesday night. Now, of course, Monday night going to be fixed setups. Wednesday nights, however, at, I think we're going to go with 8 o'clock. So they're going to be 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Is going to be the Ultimate Dirt League Micro Sprint Super Series. Now there is going to be 4 rounds of winged and 4 rounds of wingless. I also can tell you big news out of this one. Tim Ryan just been sent to the end of the line. Here I am yapping away about micro sprint, and I've just missed probably one of the biggest calls of the night as we go back to green with 7 to run. Ethan Winter, Nathan van der Wacker, and Kobe Noonan. Zach White, Cooper Wilson make up your top 5, and Zach White from position number 20. White did lead a lap, maybe 2 laps in the B main, but now he's to position number 4. And the 17 car is moving on the top of the racetrack. Wilson goes to the middle. Noonan, van der Wacker, and Winter all just roll the inside. Daniel Boyd as well, big mover from 22nd up to position number 6. White off the racetrack. Wilson goes on by. 4 to run at the line for Ethan Winter. Looking for the clean sweep, just as we were talking about. Zach White just got a little looser on the exit of turn number 4. And now here comes Daniel Boyd to the outside. Boyd moves to position number 5. And Boyd goes from 22nd. He got the last transfer spot in the last B main, and he's found his way to a top 5. So Daniel Boyd moving through this field like hot knife through butter. 2 to run for your race leader, however, off turn number 4. And the man up Sim Sports, number 39 machine, Ethan Winter. Penultimate time here at the Lucas Oil Speedway in the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. White flag is out. We're going to run it out to the start-finish line through 1 and 2. Back straight away for the final time into turn number 3. About to come off turn number 4. A new face in victory lane and completing the sweep here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Ethan Winter gets the win. Second will go to Nathan van der Wacker. Kobe Noonan comes home in position number 3. And after all, it's all said and done, Ethan Winter is victorious here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Let's go through your full field rundown. Ethan Winter gets the win over Nathan van der Wacker in second, Kobe Noonan third. We'll chat to those 3 drivers here in just a few moments' time. Cooper Wilson home in 4th. Daniel Boyd completes the top 5 after starting position number 22, being your hard charger, up 17 spots. Zach White goes from 20th to 6th, picking up 14 spots. Nathan Norman comes home in 7th. Heath Dyke in 8th. 9th will go to Leo Heaton and Braden Miller. From 18th, he will go to position number 10. We go over the page. John Schultz in position number 11. 12th is Alex Crofts. Tim Ryan home in 13th. 14th goes to Bradley Cox, and the last car on the lead lap. Unfortunately for a whole lot of DNFs, that goes to Cody Malley in 15th. Riley Bilson in 16th. Rowan Jones 17th. Justin Stoles. Thomas Mitchell. Ben Faulkner rounds out the top 20. Oscar Ames and Joshua Barry make up your 22 drivers in tonight's main event. And have a look at this, and rightfully so. Driving the man up Sim Sports, number 39 machine. He gets the win. That is Ethan Winter. But let's do it a little differently. Let's go from 3rd place here this evening. Let's go and chat to the man that comes away with the final spot on the podium. It's the 26 car of Kobe Noonan. Kobe, congratulations on a 3rd place finish here tonight. And what you had to do it the hard way, you go from basically the middle of the pack. You go from 8th to 3rd. That car must have felt pretty good out there to come away with a podium finish.
Yeah, mate, the car was really good. started the race sort of just cruising around the top and had a bit of momentum, and then saw the leaders go to the bottom and thought I'd try that. And yeah, car felt really comfortable down there, so I thought I'd just stick it out down there and cruise around. And yeah, it was good result for the whole team.
When you come into tonight having some like an up and down series, but I mean after what we've seen over the first couple of weeks, I mean what was the mentality like coming into round number 3 here tonight, knowing that we've only got 1 week left next week?
I've been pretty unlucky so far this series, so I sort of just wanted to make the show and put a good run on the board for the boys at Vortex, and yeah, we managed to do that, which was good.
Kobe, you come away with the third place finish here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. We'll say congratulations on this podium run here tonight, but of course, before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 26 car for making it all possible for you.
Yeah, big thanks to Thomas and the boys at Vortex for letting me have a skid with them. Good fun, and all the team sponsors, Pace Graphics, Pulse Apparel and Co., Gold Imagery, Australian Speedway Results, and LCJ Carpentry. And of course, a big thanks to you and the broadcast team and the blokes that run the league. They do an awesome job, so thank you.
Okay, everyone on third place. We look forward to seeing you back at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway next week for the final round of the series.
I'll see you there, mate. Thank you.
Kobe Noonan home in position number 3. Home in second place tonight, driving the 88 machine. It is Nathan van der Wacker. Well, technically he's the first loser, but we do get to speak to him. Hey, buddy, welcome back. Second place.
I told you I'd speak to you later, and here I am.
Well, I mean, a week later is better than not speaking to me at all, right?
Oh, speaking to you anytime through the week's good, mate.
Oh, stop it. You're just trying to show off. Hey, let's get right down to the nitty-gritty things of it. A couple of late restarts there, I think, with about 13 and 14 to go. You get involved in an incident there with Tim Ryan, but you were lucky to get your spot back. Tim gets sent to the back end of the field. What did you make of that situation?
I was very lucky, I think. I don't know. The lap before, I came off at turn 4, and I probably got on the throttle a bit too much, and the front end just picked up a bit and shot off to the right, as it does, and it made slight contact with Tim. It was a weird one. I immediately apologised, said sorry a bit, and then next lap, he was to my outside. I don't know what he tried to do, if he tried to go to my inside, but it's got a big whack from the rear end. Got Van der whacked from the rear end, as I like to say. And I'm extremely lucky to not come away with damage. Extremely surprised. We somehow kept going. I was lucky the yellow came out the right stage and I got my spot back. And then I've had one of these cases where, the spotter doesn't tell you car's damaged, everything looks good, and I thought something's going to be wrong with this rear end. But no, I was lucky again, and the car felt all right. Probably didn't feel like it did before, but it was good enough to hold P2. So yeah, happy with that.
Well, the first 15 laps, Ethan Winter got away from me there by about 2 seconds, and all of a sudden you just started ripping the lip. You ripped the fence down of this joy without touching the fence, man. This thing was a rail on top. Were you surprised that it went down to the bottom as it did later on in the race?
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew. I felt like maybe Ethan was maybe saving a bit of fuel or something like that, because I was scratching quite easy on the top, and the car felt really comfortable up there. Just felt naturally quick. And I knew I'd gone kind of low with fuel, so I had a sneaky look at my fuel, and I think I was 4 laps down. So I thought, I might kind of follow suit and see what I can do through the middle. And, there was going to be a yellow flag somewhere, so I wasn't too worried about the gap. She was on rails. Definitely that first portion of the race felt good. Communicated with Riley a bit there to try and get past him, see what pace he had before getting by him. But, the pace was all right during the whole race.
Nathan, well done on the run-up finish here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Are we going to see you back next week for the final round of the series?
Oh, I definitely will. I'll definitely be here. We'll try and pick up some good championship points. I don't know where we're at currently, but I want to get up there in the championship. This was definitely one on the bucket list.
Now, we go to the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. How do you feel going into next week after finally getting a podium here tonight?
Pretty good. It was one of the pro tracks. I know where's good to run at what stages with that track. So, Yeah, it's definitely that pro experience definitely comes in handy. You know, knowing where you can run the top or the bottom, but it's more how you run the top and the bottom that gets you at that extra pace. So yeah, really looking forward to it and seeing how different the 360 is to the 410. That's gonna be interesting as well.
Well, wish you the best of luck next week. No doubt we'll keep an eye out on this 88 car to see what you can do next week. But Nathan, congratulations on this run-up finish here tonight. Before we let you go, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 88 car.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks all the guys in Discord. Obviously, you know, we've just brought Riley onto the team, and he's, you know,
No, you
we're
haven't.
doing pretty. Yeah, we're doing pretty well with him. Yeah, you know, it helps out having another kind of, you know, input and idea and things. But yeah, obviously the sponsors on the car as well: Pace Graphics, Pulse Apparel, Zara Imagery, Australian Speedway Results, LCG Carpentry, Fleming Shock Technology. Thanks to yourself, Brett, for putting on the stream. Love hearing your voice. Cheers to all the admins for putting on a good league as well.
All right, buddy. Well done on second spot. We'll look forward to seeing you back next week to see if you can go one better.
Cheers, mate. See you next week.
There we go. Nathan Van der Wacker home in position number 2. And, well, completing the sweep here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway in round number 3, the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series. It is the 39 car of Ethan Winter. Ethan, well, when you come into tonight for round number 3, you basically had the broom right up alongside the cockpit of that 39 car. You sweep it, you go quick time, you pick up the heat win, and you lead all 40 laps in tonight's main event. You must be happy with the result here tonight.
Yeah, that was really cool in front of a really good field. Like you got Tim, Riley, Nathan, Kobe's up there. You know, there's some really good guys in that field. So I'm really happy with that result.
Halfway through the race, you had a big lead, then it got cut down. Van der Wacker was closing in on you there. Then you start to get to look at lap cars. What goes through your mind at that stage of the race, and what were you doing prior to that? Were you saving a little bit, or were you just going hard out from the get-go?
Yeah, looked down with about 8 laps down, and I had about 5 laps of fuel short, so I had to go to the bottom and start saving. Luckily, I had that big gap to Nathan, so I could save a bit. Yeah, with lap traffic, that first 2 cars were kind of a bit over the place, so I just had to hopefully pick the right line. I didn't twice, so that was unfortunate, but I kept the lead, and that's what's important there.
I've seen you get around here at this racetrack. What is it about this racetrack that this 39 car, no matter where you are, whether you're doing an official, whether you're doing a league race, this 39 car always seems to be at the front of the field. What is it about this racetrack that you like?
Yeah, I think once the top goes away, the car's really balanced and it has great drive off the exit, so it gets me down the straights well, and I can get into the next turn properly.
What does this win mean to you and the team, knowing that you picked up the Fight Cancer round of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here at the Lucas Oil Speedway?
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's my second league win in about a year and a half, so that's a pretty cool deal. Big thanks to Paul Bryan, Matthew Gowans, the rest of the team for helping me out, helping with setups, driving, racecraft, all that kind of stuff.
Of course, now you've knocked Tim Ryan off the top of the pedestal this season. You're the only man to do it so far. He's had 2 wins. You now put a win in that win column. Now next week, last week of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series, Federated Auto Parts I-55 Raceway. What do you take from this one, and how do you feel? Is that a track that you liked, somewhat like Lucas Oil here tonight, or what's your thoughts on that track, and how do you feel about next week?
Yeah, I've had quite a few laps at I-55 as well recently, so I kind of have a good idea going into there what's going to happen. But yeah, we'll just see what happens, and hopefully I come out front again.
Ethan, congratulations on a dominating win here tonight at the Lucas Oil Speedway. Before we let you go and celebrate with the team, we'll let you thank everybody involved on this 39 car that makes it possible for you.
Yeah, I just got to applaud Luke and Brent for putting this Fight for Cancer round on. It's a great initiative. Thanks obviously to my partners, Speed Factory, Tim Ryan obviously builds great sets. Couldn't recommend anyone else. Obviously Man Up Sim Racing and Harmon Designs.
There we go, guys. Ethan Winter, your winner here tonight from the Lucas Oil Speedway. And of course, that will wrap up what is round number 3. The fight cancer round number 3 of the Australian Dirt League Short Track Super Series here from the Lucas Oil Speedway. Don't forget, we've still got 1 week to come next week at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway. We look forward to having your company once again next Sunday night from about 8:30 Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Standard Time. That's Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. That is normal time, 8:30. Okay, we're at 10 o'clock now, so Queensland time, 7:30. Western Australia's probably sometime in the morning because you guys are like 48 hours behind us. But anyhow, again, quick recap on what we've just witnessed here this evening. Ethan Winter, quick time. He picked up the win in heat race number 1. Then we went to Riley Bilson, picked up the win in heat race number 2. Heat 3 was won by Nathan Vanderwacker. Tim Ryan picked up the win in heat race number 4. John Schultz picked up the first B-main win, followed by Braden Miller picking up the second B-main win. And then, of course, your top 3 in the main event tonight, it was Ethan Winter, Nathan Vanderwacker, and Kobe Noonan. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, I'm Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We'll see you back next time.